Coming up, we speak to the man who has real flash forwards.
The first time was about Chernobyl.
We hear about the producer's tactics for keeping storylines top secret.
And then when we're done with our scripts, we hand them in and they shred them.
And we exclusively reveal how everything will be revealed, eventually.
And by the end of the first season, we're going to answer all big questions.
You're watching Flash Forward Revealed, the all-you-need-to-know guide to the hit TV show. It's all about everyone experiencing a vision of their future, which on the face of it sounds very far-fetched. But we found a man who actually has flash forwards. Chris Robinson claims to be able to see the future in his dreams. Yes, I know, he looks like Harold from Neighbours.
If the event is a major world catastrophe, terrorist attack, you see that very clearly. The more nasty, if you like, the more people die in the incidents, the more clearly you seem to see it.
Chris says he's seen some terrifying things.
The first time that I had a dream which was unusual was about Chernobyl.
He also predicted the credit crunch.
I knew all about that. I had meetings in Washington about that 2.5 years ago. I did do something to help me, and I spoke to 3 other good friends of mine, and they bought gold.
Okay, but what about the rest of us who weren't lucky enough to go out and stock up on 24-karat gold jewellery? Could we ever have a flash forward ourselves? Well, the whole idea is not as outlandish as we might think.
I mean, the whole basic premise of the story is very good science.
In a bunker underneath a border between France and Switzerland, a 17-mile-long underground tunnel could hold the secrets to the universe, time travel, and even flash forward itself.
It's the biggest physics experiment going on in the world today.
Inside the Large Hadron Collider, experiments are currently taking place to try to find answers to some of the most fundamental questions in physics, such as what caused the Big Bang. So, have Simon and Lloyd been playing around in the LHC?
My speculation is what's actually happened is everyone's had this vision of the future. So what's happened is that something from the future has come back and affected their brains, their minds, whatever you want to think. And that something could be a wave or particles or something coming from an experiment that's going on in the future. They wake up and that would be their memory. It would be a genuine memory of the future.
It's an interesting thought, because what the professor didn't know is that the Large Hadron Collider is responsible for causing the flash forward in the original book.
I knew that the central concept of the novel would be the consciousness of the human race being thrust forward into the future, and I needed some sort of mechanism that might plausibly make that happen. And around that time is when the world first started to hear about the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. It was going to be the biggest, most powerful particle accelerator in the history of the planet, creating energy levels that hadn't been seen under controlled circumstances since the Big Bang, and it just seemed a natural fit for me.
But there is one question that puzzles many of the show's fans. As everyone has already experienced the 2 minutes and 17 seconds on the 29th of April, why don't they realise that in their vision? Why doesn't anybody get déjà vu in their flash forward? They should be expecting it, shouldn't they?
The one thing that is really bothering me is when people are having their flash forwards, they're not going, oh wow, this is it, this is the moment. And I absolutely cannot get my head around that.
Shouldn't they be having a déjà vu of a déjà vu? It's all very confusing.
The actual break in the time continuum happened then, so it wouldn't have happened then.
This series is full of great, mind-boggling contradictions.
He's not looking forward. Yeah. They haven't. I know he's not.
Nothing is what it seems.
Confusing me there, but
He saw...
Enough about visions.
Can anyone tell us what's going to happen? What about the cast? Can they let us in on some secrets?
No. No, I really can't.
I know information that I can't tell you. This is terrible. I'm not good at keeping secrets.
There's a lot that I can't tell you.
If I give you any secrets about my show, they'll shoot me. They'll write me out. Everything's really closely guarded on our show. And then when we're done with our scripts, we hand them in and they shred them. So it's really, really top secret.
But there is one man who can surely tell us. Chris, what have you seen?
What at the last episode?
Yes, what happens?
I haven't seen it, I don't know.
Come on, you must be able to tell us something.
The dollar will collapse. The dollar will be worthless by 2012.
Yeah, we know that. Buy gold.
The thing about Flash Forward is it has to have that resolution next April, because a lot of people will be very pissed off if it doesn't.
But don't worry, Flash Forward fans, because by the end of the first series, many, many questions will be answered.
We've said that by the end of the first season, we're going to catch up to that Flash Forward date, and by the end of the first season, we're going to answer all big questions as to what's going to happen to these particular people with their Flash Forwards and their futures. Are they going to come to pass or not?
And could we be flash forwarding again for a second series?
Action! I really don't know where the show would go for season 2. I have no idea. I don't know if there's another blackout. I don't know if, you know... I haven't even thought that far ahead.
But the creator of the show certainly has.
In some cases, there are a couple of things that will pan out probably in seasons 3 and 4. It's that far out, been planned that far out in advance.
Luckily, that's not my job. I just have to learn the lines.
It's a show that's so far given us suicides that change destinies, mysterious cults and gangs, and more twists and turns than an Agatha Christie novel. So who knows what more drama, excitement, and all-round weirdness is to come before we finally reach Flash Forward's D-Day.
April 29th will be a big day for everyone, and we'll see just how all of the flash forwards in reality come converging and hurtling into each other.
That guy really did look like Harold Bishop, didn't he? Anyway, don't forget, Flash Forward will return in the new year, only on 5, so don't panic too much. Next this evening, though, Clint Eastwood stars in Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.